ladies and gentlemen who still play 14 because it's still a good game. It's just been on a bit of a downhill trotting at the moment. Hello once again. This is the host of your podcast, DJ All That. Now coming back to you for another nice time about how the hell this game fell off. I'm joking, no, we're not going to do that. Well, there's a bunch of videos talking about stuff like that already. I'm not getting into it. Though I don't play it as often as I used to because I've been playing a certain other game that I will admit is made by Hoyo and is quite exhilarating. Though I don't stream it, I definitely play it a lot. That's been taking up my attention for the most part. But that's here or there. Here we are back with 14. Last time we left off, let me see if I recall correctly, we had to deal with another guy trying to take over this damn Alexandria, who made it like a fake sphere. What's it? Then we have, what's it called? Everybody dying again because how dangerous outside is. Maybe we'll fix the electric problem going on. Who knows? Yeah, but it looks like everyone's a bit depressed right now, and that's not okay. With that said, we're gonna try to fix all that up soon and enjoy life once again, like how it normally goes. Alright, with that said, I want to switch to this shit. Here we go. Alright, shit, what do you have for us? Targeted tragedy. Tacos de carne asada. Oh, that sounds so good. Alright, if you have a moment, Core, Geode wants to take stock of our current crisis. Excuse me, just say. Oblivion may be lacking in finer details in certain areas, so we'd like you to lend your perspective to the conversation. Alright, everybody gather around in the kids' huddle, kids' circle. Sorry to drag you into our meeting, but we need to get a better handle on the threats of Alexandria is facing right now. Not at all. Much has happened since the state funeral, and a clear idea of where things stand would be beneficial for us all. For us as well. See, first things first then. Let's discuss the state of the machine malfunctions. My god, I can't read. Every single sector reported instances of sentries attacking citizens without provocation, and vehicles suddenly becoming unresponsive to controls. Yeah, there was pure madness last time. While these malfunctions were resolved fairly quickly, they nevertheless resulted in considerable number of injuries and deaths. But you haven't heard anything about new incidents since then, right? I said that horribly. Right. No additional reports have been logged, as far as I know. That's the good news. But the bad news? The bad news is, I tried to take control of the soldiers when they started hurting people, but they wouldn't listen to me, even though I have the king's authority. Once things calmed down, I was able to make them give up their weapons, but if it happens again, I don't know if they'll ignore me like before. Grumble. The King of Resolve's authority is about the highest there is. Who's this man who can override such impunity? Calyx. He lived in the age of the Storm Surge, as I did. Lest you forget, he was known for his advancements in electrope technology, and it was he who established preservation for the purpose of furthering its research. The wasting disease which affected him, however, was said to leave him scant years left to live. He must have chosen to undergo conversion into an endless. that he might continue his efforts into the present day. Preservation's early goals seemed noble enough, exploring the treatments for Levin's sickness, designing Everkeep's core system, that sort of thing. Man. So he's been at Endless all these years? That's crazy. Why harm the people he was ostensibly trying to help? I do not pretend to fully understand Calyx's motivations, only that he appeared incensed by what he saw as mankind's failings. He asserted that the strategy of adapting our species through generational succession was outdated, that evolution now requires us to forsake bodies of flesh in favor of eternal preservation. We've already seen how he's employed the simulant to convince Alexandrians the endless conversion is their only hope for survival. Eternal life is assured for the 5,000 who registered their neo-regulators. Man, this is bad. But this is merely one part of Calyx's greater plan. He wants the key to interdimensional fusion. With that relic in his possession, he will draw ether from the reflections and expand his life, or his efforts, to create Endless 1,000-fold. It's not good. If we mean to foil Calyx's schemes, then our only option is to determine where he's hiding them and put him down, which unfortunately is easier said than done. I've been scouring the terminal we found in the depths of Everkeep, but I failed to uncover even the slightest trace of his activities. Give me a little more time, though, and I'm sure I can sniff him out. I'll help you. Ah, sweet. My man's, my bro, my hot diggity dog. I knew I could trust you, Galulja. While Galulja and Shale are working on that, I think I'm going to take a look around town. I want to make sure no new problems have cropped up, as well as search for any information that might lead to Calyx. Excuse me. You're welcome to come along. Another malfunction could happen any time, and I'd be glad to have some brawlers at my back. I hope my gear's up to date for this. It's still at 740. Count me in. Raha and the others will keep Oblivion patrol the other levels of the keep. So, shall we stick to the streets of Solution 9? Sounds good. Thanks, you two. I appreciate the company. Well, I have to speak with the city's administrators and bring in the Lands Guard. I want our soldiers to protect those who are moving to Tuliolal. Oh yeah, I forgot people are still doing that. Alphanode and Alize will be joining me for the meeting. I was about to say, working for you? Heck no. The three of us can cover the sector as soon as we're done. And I will sit. Not really. If I may, I'd like to join Core's group. Alright, well, for whatever reason. The more mouths to ask questions, the merrier. As long as you're aware of the dangers. Thank you, I'll do my best not to be a burden. I'm more worried about you, Geode. Don't do anything stupid. Pfft, you'll change your tune once we get back with the goods on Calyx. God, this narrator sucks. Alright, time to hustle, team. I would play a song, but it might be copyrighted, so... Nice music. It's kind of crazy. I literally haven't played this game in like a minute since I started playing Zenless. Oh God. Ugh, it still runs like crap here. My PC, dude. Can't help. Can't love it, can't hate it. It works, but barely. utmost to ensure the happiness of Alexandrian's people. City low. Sorry, my crotch is in your face. Not intentional. I was just trying to talk. I was about to say, what is he just standing there for? Sorry, I was on my own little world. You seem uneasy. Are you alright, Gio? Yeah, bro, you look like you're about to shit yourself. I'm well enough, given the circumstances. It was the Queen's fondest wish that her subjects remain shielded from the horrors of death. And so they were for the longest times. But now here we are. Then the moment mortality once again becomes an unavoidable fact of life, they're greeted with an outbreak of bloody violence. Many are bound to give the endless alternative serious consideration. Indeed, and I do not blame them for that. It is only natural that such thoughts should come to mind. What I cannot forgive is the way the Calyx wields fear and misery to manipulate people from... Oh, fuck. Wrong voice! No one, not Calyx, nor anyone else, should dictate how we cope with the specter of death. As one who's lived as an Alexandrian, I wish to put the choice of this country's future back into the hands of its citizens. And you think we can handle that responsibility after everything you've seen of us? It is what I've seen that has convinced me you can. I awoke 4 centuries later to find our people living and laughing beneath Alexandria's banner. Though surprised and bewildered, I was overjoyed to see it so. You all deserve to enjoy life, to be happy. Well then. Well, let's not let you down. I suggest we move as a group. We don't know if or when a battle might find us. Oh, I believe someone came prepared for such an event, eventually. Oh-ho! Is that a grimoire you retrieved from the old castle? Yes, my parents gifted it to me when I was a child. They were adamant that I should learn to protect the things important to me. I was fortunate enough to have a tutor in the arcane arts, so I lay claim to some small measure of skill. Hey. She's like, I'm a little sick with it. You definitely seem sick, my lady. So if that's the case, might be better if we split into 2 groups. I guess that makes sense. The 2 of you can handle the west side of the recreation zone then. Let's see. Gore and I will take the east. Gotcha. Very well then, we shall end our patrol in the plaza. Just past True View and await you there. Damn brunch. Hold on my phone real quick. Wait, hold on. Almost done. Alright, are you off your phone? Good. Let's do the rounds. We'll see what's what and chat to people who we meet along the way. Pay special attention to anyone who looks overwhelmed and overly excited. Hopefully they will learn a tidbit or two we didn't know before. What escorting entails. NPCs accompany you in order to proceed. Keep them eyesight just a location. As long as you remain in this area, you will be accompanied. It's possible to ride mounts or swim. Right. Like, oh god. Right. I feel like this game gets worse and worse on my PC. I definitely need a new one in the future, so... Are the sentries and air wheelers safe to be around? I just know that's gonna happen again, and maybe next time I'll be the one who dies in a horrible accident. I need a neo-regulator. Becoming endless is the only way. Even Queen's Fiend said so. That ain't Queen's Fiend, dude. He's a liar. A lying-ass liar. Ah, the memories. I used to drink around here all the time. I made sure not to overdo it when I had to work the next day. But once we were past the busy season, or when the ladies weren't amenable to my company, well, you'd have to scrape me off the street outside in the morning or afternoon. The worst I ever got was what I should have been the worst day of my life. If only I could remember it. I was still wearing a regular back then. It was also the first day I met Shale. Although I guarantee she's forgotten it completely. Like that woman can't stand me. Grieving citizen. You look like a robot for a second there. You want to hear my story? Well, I appreciate you offering a sympathetic ear. It's not much to tell. If you know, a good friend of mine died when the machines went crazy. His air wheeler dropped right out of the sky, and he didn't survive the crash. Damn fool wasn't wearing a regulator. I know that's not so strange these days, but he never bothered with one. He was at peace with the idea of dying someday. I thought I understood what that meant until it happened. Death is a terrifying concept. In times like that, I just pray. Like, nothing much for me to do, only to pray. It's normally how I've managed to, like, not be so down about it. But that could just be me. What has me in such a fine mood, you ask? Well, I've just registered my new regulator. I was leery on becoming nothing but memories at first, but now I've gone through that with the registration, I've never felt more at ease. Also, once it was done, the regulator displayed the current numbers. Of the 5,000 slots available, only 3,800 have already been filled. 3,800, Jesus. So if you're still hesitant, you've not much time to make your mind. Mark my words, friend. When there's only a few slots left, it's going to get very ugly. Cool. A word? I feel like there was a new factor in these stories we've heard. Let's see. One we hadn't considered during our discussion with everyone in the back rooms. That a victim of the violence wasn't wearing a regulator? Maybe that? Yes, that's it. The vast majority of residents have always worn regulators, so it's not a detail we'd normally think about. With the supply of the souls cut off, though more and more people have been going without them, we need to look at the casualties within the recent attacks and check whether or not they were equipped with regulators. Let's ask around the street, over to the east. It's pretty chaotic at that time, but maybe we'll find eyewitnesses who can confirm if this was a pattern or not. I keep doing that. It's such a pain in the ass habit. Yeah. So they were killing off people who didn't have regulators at the moment to scare off the ones who did, the ones who still have them. That would be smart. Hello, how are you today? Let me know if I may be at your service. Citywide casualty data unavailable. Government officials are currently processing reports from all affected zones. Can you narrow it down to the recreation zone then? You must have some estimates on hand. Recalibrating parameters. Injured 87 individuals. Casualties 19 individuals. Casualties equipped with regulators 0? Called it. That proved it. That proved it all. gotten himself shot? Oi, you there, what is this? Yes, what is it? Get yourself over here, we'll sort you out. No, thank you. You gotta get him off. Clearly, you've got the wrong end of the stick. Man, y'all sister, they squat like thugs too. You see this shit? You wish to know if the people who died in the machine rampage were wearing regulators? I'm sorry, but I was assigned to clearing away debris. I didn't see any of them deceased. No bodies were present by the time I arrived, so I assumed the ushers had already done their work. I do remember there being patches of white dust scattered about that were quite a chore to clean up. Nothing else worthy to mention. Cool, I think it's time we rejoin Krylan's scene. I was half joking with my buzz to Shale, but we may have stumbled upon something major here. We should share our findings and keep pursuing this avenue of inquiry. Didn't Quarrel say we meet them in the plaza just outside of Truvu? I think this looks like you can climb up it. Just saying. That's what it looks like. I suppose I'll hear what he has to say. Discuss the cargo. It's once my job to deliver goods by hover cargo. That's why I know a fair number of names and faces throughout the city. Little ones who jumped for joy when I brought them the packages. The old lady who'd always greet me with a smile. I'd hate for anything bad to happen to them. Damn. This is seen it all, I see. Yep, right. Hold on. Give me a second, going back to the chat. It's like, Core, your cape is in my face. I can't. I'm sorry, okay? So essentially you're saying that the people who were killed by malfunctioning machines weren't wearing regulators? Yeah, well, the number is still tentative and only applied to one zone. We don't know how they'll stack up against the overall data. This is definitely more than a coincidence. I think it's safe to say that anyone who had removed their regulator was a priority target. Now that you mention it, the person I was treating for injuries wasn't wearing one either. But why? Why are they being targeted over everyone else? Because they won't come back. Instill the fear of death and shit. Based solely on the lack of neo-regulator, we cannot judge if a person has no desire to become an endless, or if they simply fail to acquire one of their limited devices. But those who wear no regulators at all? They have clearly rejected the old system of using souls to revive themselves. Put another way, they have chosen to live their lives in the knowledge that death is an inevitability. The chances that such resolute people would wish to become endless are far lower, I would imagine. So Kalis has chosen to those least likely to accept his vision as victims to stoke fear and panic. But there was no need to kill anyone. With the way things were, the people were already fearful enough. Could have found 5,000 willing citizens without all of this madness, couldn't he? You make a good point. Perhaps sowing the terror in the service of another scheme, or he had some other need for the lives he's taken. What of the dust found in various sites? Could something have been done to the victims? Oh man, experimentation? That'd be fucked up. Right, the sanitation worker story. She saw no bodies, but mentioned piles of white dust. Dust, but no bodies? Now, where have I heard that before? you recall when we went to Ernville from the sentries in the outskirts? That user Malachite told us the same thing. Oh, outside. When I arrived, I found no body, only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, I questioned I forgot about that! I questioned the residents, but none of them had become of it. The both stories speak of missing remains is suspicious enough, but the shared mention of this dust is too much to ignore. In that case, we should confirm if this substance was present at other sites and attempted to ascertain its nature. Following this thread may lead us to not only to an explanation for the missing bodies, but also intent behind Calix's murderous actions. He's like, whatever you say, yeah. Core, we need your help. I've lost control of the soldiers in the residential area. Oh, fucking hell. Oblivion members are on the way now, but how close enough can you join them? Very close. I'm on it. Less slip, more moving. Damn it. Our new investigation will have to wait. Fucking hell. You look away for 1 second, dude. This is happening. Go, 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 go! Oh, fuck. Are they fighting each other? Oh, no. Fuck. What is this? Oh! Is that a JoJo reference I see? Let me stop. Oh, did it just turn its head around? Oh, hell no.
Stay back! Stay away from me! Leave him alone.
Blast him. Nice. Nice, dude.
Are you alright?
No!
What happened here?
How should I
She
know?
walked into my apartment, even though I'd locked the door and everything. I managed to run, but the man who tried to save me.
No weapons, which is to be expected, considering all the sentries were meant to be disarmed. Yet it was ordered to attack all the same, even if that meant using its bare hands.
Ew.
I'll leave matters here to you. I'm going to do a sweep of the surrounding area.
Okay. Wait.
Do you know anyone else in this sector who no longer wears a regulator?
Oh, I don't think I've seen Isadora and her boy with theirs recently.
Oh shit!
Go to them, quickly!
Sound? Dear God, no. Please don't die, please don't die, please don't die.
Wyaquay!
I'll be fine. But Isadora's in bad shape.
How bad?
Mother,
Fuck. Fuck, dude.
Isadora. Oh, thank goodness. She wasn't struck anywhere vital.
Oh, cool. Alright. She gonna live. She gonna be alright.
I'm sorry. If only I'd gotten here sooner.
Don't blame yourself. Everything's gonna be alright.
Everything will be all right. I promise to make your mother better.
Real? Huh? Uh-oh.
Thank you, miss.
Oh, right. Maybe I should put it on auto sometime later.
Will she sleep like that forever?
You know, it's funny. It kind of looks like he's watching over her now. For a change.
No, not forever. She'll wake soon. I'm sure of it.
That's good to hear. Thank you for saving her.
And this is where it all begins. Jesus. Forgive me, I was reckless. You shouldn't have had to waste time tending my wounds as well. Did you see our other comrades back there? He stayed behind in the lobby, but I heard the sounds of fighting. I'm sorry. He must have fallen protecting the residents. Shit, man! We lost the real one. Damn it. Every time. Alright. Back to it. Our comrade. You think he may have been struck down? If he is worsened or he's wounded or worse, I should go to him. Wait. Please, it isn't safe and you still need a rest. Would you stay with Milos and watch over Isadora for me? We'll tend to your friend. Thank you. Please don't die out there. Captain Save-A-Ho is on the way! Wait a minute. How do I, out of here? There we go. Alright, let's see if he's alive or not. It doesn't look like it. Should I put the Family Guy death pose here? Not that I have it. Isadora is going to be alright then. I'm so glad. I've just finished my administrations here. Our Oblivion comrade was beyond savoring, I'm afraid. Damn! He's dead. He died for it all. The brave soul. He gave his life to save another. He died protecting me. I don't understand why any of this is happening. That sentry was behaving normally, like any other. Then all of a sudden it tried to kill me. Weapons or no, Calyx. Calyx commanded them to commit murder. The bastard. I should cut him off. Is it over? We came as soon as Wayakwe sent word. Damn. I'm sorry, but the time has arrived. It was already too late for him. And Geode should be in trouble. Once we have this radius locked down, we need to find him. But why? Has something happened? What's going on? Possibly. We're not sure of that, but he stopped responding to our communications. We need to prioritize securing the residential sector, though, at least until we regain control over the sentries. Fuck. We should better search for him. See, I agree. Since most of the Oblivion members have sworn off regulators, if our theory holds true, then they could be prime targets for the next attack. Oh, sorry. Please do what you can to shepherd the residents to safety, but avoid the sentries at all costs. Thanks. Here, take these communicators. See, we've made modifications to prevent Calyx from intercepting the signal. We've been using them to coordinate movements with allies in the vicinity. Ooh, that's neat. You need to learn how to do this too. Wayakwe has one too, so I'll ask her to keep hauling Geode. Good luck and stay safe out there. Geode said he would sweep the surrounding area, so we shouldn't have to venture too far. Let's keep going. Alright, on the move. What's this all about? Ah. Please, Gio, don't be dead. Alright, no sign. Keep going. This way. You see no sign of Geode. Wayakwe's voice cracks forth from the communicator. Geode! Geode, answer me! There's no response. Perhaps you should continue to search further to the east. What the heck? Oh, shit! If only I could fix this. Oh, this is part of the storyline? Hold on. Where the hell is my boy? You see no sign of Geode.
This is the only place left. Let them be safe.
Geode, are you there? Answer me, please!
I'm here. Sorry for the long silence. I've been busy.
Oh, that's it?
Oh, you're alive! Thank the gods! Where are you now?
The radius next door. The lobby is secure. I'll scout the second floor. Then I'll join.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
That dust.
Move. Get out of there.
Dust? What are you talking about?
Get out of there.
What's happening?
Get out of there. Now, Geode, go.
They're not just collecting souls. They're draining the bodies of corporeal ether. The dust that we saw was all that was left of the victims. They must have modified the soul cells.
Oh, look, they know you're there.
Shit.
Oh. That drew attention. Oh, come on! Get out! Hope you got a knife or something, because they're about to... Oof. Old man, get out of there!
You can't be here. You need to run now.
Oh, you got played.
A trap.
This had to be done by Calyx. Better run, dude. Oh, fuck.
Take care of the others, eh?
Oh, shit!
No sign of him so far. This way, maybe?
Have you seen dust on the ground?
Geode!
Watch each other's backs. There might be more. No! They got him. They fucking got him, dude.
A shame. I had hoped to leave here with at least one more cell's worth of ether. But seeing how eager you are to interfere, I shall cut this foray short.
Fuck, he's dead?
Calyx. What could you possibly stand to gain from these atrocities?
Ether sufficient to generate 5,000 endless. How would you acquire it?
How would I?
Until I have the key, the reflections are closed to me. Thus do I make do with the sources at hand. 7% of Alexandria's current population will yield the energy to convert 5,000 into endless. With 11%, operations could continue unabated for 800 years. Our bodies are fated to decay sooner or later. These ones refuse the gift of eternal life, so what difference does it make if I return them to ether now?
Son of a bitch.
I will not waste time and resources on meaningless conflict. This unit cannot offer you worthwhile resistance. Instead, I pose a question. Would you hand over the key if I promised to halt my harvest?
I should have said the second one, but I just wanted to call him out. I just wanted to call his ass out.
It was foolish of me to even ask. I return to my work then. There is much to do if I must take the key by force.
He didn't even bother trying to fight them because he knew that wasn't gonna fly. Fucking bastard. Geo. This pile of dust. These ashes. And the soul cell he left behind. Was that his twisted way of returning Geo to us? Damn you, Calyx. Damn you and your careless cruelty. He was our friend. Even so, some might say every death was justified if it meant 5,000 Endless could continue their immortal lives. And if a reflection's stolen ether allowed for many more Endless, but that too would be a noble sacrifice for the greater good. Bullshit. Who could think that? Not I. Certainly not I. We know only too well. There is naught noble in this sacrifice. We have to stop him. We have to find Calyx and put an end to this madness as soon as possible. And under no circumstances can we let the key fall into his possession. Core. It falls to us. We will thwart his plans here in Alexandria before he can terrorize innocents in reflections elsewhere. I will hold on to Geode's gun. If you could take the soul cell, please. Fuck. This is fucked up, dude. This is how it ends for him. We should return to the back rooms. She and the others need to know what happened. Yes, I'll ask Wayakwe to meet us there as well. Damn. They were all called. They're like, no! Fuck, dude. This is all that remains of him.
Our dear Geode.
The soldiers. If only I'd been able to control them.
This isn't your fault, Golulja. The blame lies with Calyx, and with him alone. It's all so senseless. Why force his plans upon us when we're already happy, living our lives? What does he even think life is? I'll never forgive Calyx for doing this. Or myself for being powerless to stop him.
Where's she going?
Wait, where are you going? To clear my head. Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid.
Stay here and get some rest. I'll make sure nostalgia stays out of trouble.
Thank you.
Damn.
Things would have been far worse if you and Geode hadn't rushed in there. Many people are still alive because of you. And after adding what you discovered to the leads we've dug up, I'm hopeful we can determine where Calyx is hiding. But not right now. We need time before we can move on. Just a little time.
Oh, Geode.
That was all that was left of him. I'm so mad. I'm so mad he was done in like that. I'm told that the members tasked with keeping the residents safe returned to the body of their comrade. They all risked so much. We made a swift patrol on the other levels and confirmed that Calyx had carried out a number of targeted attacks, all to harvest more ether, it seems. I got back control of the sentries, probably around the same time Calyx left. I'm sorry I couldn't stop him. I assume you know better by now, but I hope you're not planning to try anything alone. Not that stupid. I've spoken with Wuklamat. They've cut their meeting short to deal with the aftermath of the latest violence. They brought back Geode's gun. Its rounds were spent and its barrel was scorched. So you can be sure he went down fighting. Damn. Bro, he's still there. What is he doing? Oh, okay, it's just too much. Oh man, he's trying to give up, I see. Damn. Another comrade gone. Some days it's almost more than I can bear. Geode he was an older brother to Nostalgia and me. Shale knew him longer though, and is surely taking it the hardest. That's on top of what happened with Kakuya. Or Kakiwa. Do you think you could check on her? See how she's doing? She's like to put on a brave face if it's me or my sister. Apologies, my mind was elsewhere. Oh no, it's alright. You got time to grieve. Or not, you know. We need to press on with the hunt for Calyx. But I can't seem to focus. I should be better than this, you know. I feel like I need to read sentences before they go so I can say it better. You're right. I ought to heed my own words. As it stands, I'm of no use to anyone. Kaki was used to say the best thing to do was to let it all out. So, I think I'll take myself over to Earth and Sky, say my goodbyes to Geode. Why don't you come along? I could use someone to blubber to if you've a shoulder to spare. Okay. Right then. Let's get out of Everkeep for a bit. It's a fair trek on foot, so I've arranged a couple of air-wheelers. They've had the communications modules removed, so even Calyx shouldn't be able to seize control of them. Say the word and we'll set off. It's time to go! Whee! These air-wheelers are Jinald's babies. You won't find a smoother ride in all of that. Fuck, I gotta read that faster. For years now, I've been taking one of turn every time I need to lighten the mood. Sometimes Shield would come along too, and we'd end up racing. Racing. Does that surprise you? Our friendship always had a competitive edge. I had no idea. We should often ask, one day we might fly our wheelers outside this dome. Almost there. Be sure the ground is clear before you touch down. Oh man. That's helped clear my head to a touch. Or a touch. You know, Cor, you might be the first person I've ridden with who wasn't an Oblivion recruit. As far as I remember, at least. The memories from my regular days aren't exactly reliable. Come on, let's head inside. Hopefully the way will be clear of pests today. Oh, fuck. Ugh, just out of luck. Alright. Man, I don't need a chocobo. Let's do this. Still got it. You know, I'm gonna use it on one of these guys. Had to get off my chest. Had to get that off my chest. Why are you glowing, Core? Thanks. We can usually avoid such encounters, but sometimes they just wander and block the only path. Not that it slowed you down at all. I've never seen you fight up close before, and the surveillance feed clearly doesn't do it justice. Hopefully that keeps the route clear for a while, shall we?
Whenever we lost a comrade, the three of us would come back here to reminisce. Me, Geode, and Kafkiwa. Will you raise a glass?
Oh!
What are the two of you doing here?
I had a feeling you'd show up. Would you like to join us?
I suppose I could spare a moment.
So sweet. Fuck. This is how we mourn the dead, people.
They tell us Oblivion's founders disappeared some decades ago under mysterious circumstances. And it was Kafkiwa who revived our organization. You and Geode helped her with that, didn't you? Tell us more about it. You're keen to know too, right? What they were like back then. The mad things they got up to. That sort of thing.
Those were the days. It was actually right before the Reformation that I met Geode. I still wore a regulator then. I'd recently lost someone close to me. I'd also quit a long stint as an adapter to work at a bar of all places. It paid me to sit with patrons and keep them company.
Oh, you mean like... Oh, I see.
So Geode came in one night. It wasn't long before we got into an argument. First-time customer, but tempers flared. And then one of us threw a punch.
You got into a fist fight? What were you even arguing about?
Damned if I know. We were deep in our cups. I think we were both just frustrated and angry at everything. By the end of it, we were both sprawled out in the street. Pair of drunken fools. Then this odd machine stopped to lecture us, scolding us for obstructing the foot traffic and not taking better care of ourselves.
I can't imagine you ever being in such a sorry state.
It's crazy.
The odd machine. That was Kafkiwa, I take it.
That it was. Once she was done upbraiding us for our unseemly behavior, she launched into a recruitment pitch. Kafkiwa explained that she wanted to protect the outside world from Zoralja's invasion, to keep him from bringing ruin to the place her beloved son lived. And if we were so intent on self-destruction, then perhaps we might consider risking our hides for a just cause.
Jeez. I like this music too. I'm gonna look it up later.
It was a lot to take in. I hadn't given much thought to what lay beyond the barrier, and learning that Kafkiwa herself was already dead was enough to make my head spin. But Geode and I were intrigued by her ideas, and wanted to see this future of hers come to pass.
Damn.
Geode often spoke of it. He told me that meeting Kafkiwa was what first taught him the value of remembering people.
Like he was sharing a holy revelation.
Oh, but back then you hadn't yet taken on Oblivion's name, had you?
Is that so? I just assumed.
It hadn't been Kafkiwa's intention to carry on Oblivion's legacy, nor adopt the cause your parents championed. Not initially, at least. She wasn't even aware such an organized resistance existed. She did, however, suspect the presence of other dissidents, those who objected to resurrecting the memories of the dead in defiance of the natural order. In the hopes of identifying like-minded comrades, we began searching the core system for traces of unauthorized access. And that's how we found it. An anomalous sector in the back of the Neon Stein. According to Melancholy, the door to that mystery had remained firmly shut since she took over the business.
The back room.
The back room. We forced our way in, only to discover that the hideout had long been abandoned. Although the occupants were gone, the equipment they'd left behind contained records of a group calling itself Oblivion. After reading through their exploits and their vision for the future, we made the decision to carry on their work.
Thus were my parents' and Kafkiwa's hopes bound together. And carried onward by Shale and Geode.
Damn.
We could never have made it this far on our own, of course. Not without the strength of arms you and your friends provided. Losing comrades is a hard thing, but being here, thinking back on the moments we shared, I can see their smiles, hear their laughter. I feel their presence, and I know they're still with us. But these memories of mine are for me alone. Reminders of why I chose to do this. And why I'll stay the course.
Yeah, man.
Right. Time we got back to work. Thank you, everyone.
No, it's me who should be thanking you. Though the pain is still deep, I don't feel like I'm drowning in it anymore. Let's get out there and put a stop to Calyx. For you, for me, and for everyone who's ever believed in Oblivion.
Damn. Hey, this is the same song that was in the back rooms. I appreciate you helping me through this. Not only the grief, you've helped me see that my comrades mean even more to me than I realized, which only fuels my determination. I'll be spending every waking moment to bring Calyx to account for his crimes. I'll do my part, and you do yours. Oblivion needs you. What if I just hit don't? Like, just decline it. Do I just do the whole thing again? It's time I went back to locating Calyx's lair. I have a new strategy in mind, but it remains to be seen if it will aid in narrowing down the possibilities. I'll ask Carl for help. I want to re-examine the data, starting off with that of her parents. After all, they were the first to break away the preservation and establish an organized resistance to Oblivion. There must be something in there that can point us in the right direction. What are your plans, Cor? Oh. Cor, is that you? Apologies for calling suddenly. I've been making the rounds in the outskirts, and I cannot help but feel as though something is amiss. Might I ask you to join me? Your perspective would be most appreciated. It can wait until you finish attending Shale, of course. Gotta run. Seems your plans have been decided for you. Go on. I have others to speak with before I return to the back room. Just gonna do this. The music changed. Something is amiss. Oh God, it's bad. Oh God. I remember when it wasn't this bad. The frame rate. Thank you for coming, Cor. As I mentioned, I would benefit from your world experience. Perhaps it is my imagination, but the townspeople appear to be acting oddly. That is, even considering the current state of affairs. As I'm yet unfamiliar with the outskirts, I thought you might be better equipped to judge if the behavior is unusual or not. Would you speak with them to ask what you think? Though I hope to be proven wrong. I fear something is not right. Welcome to the outskirts. We're not much off. Make yourself at home. Love that song. Please tell me you've brought more Neo-regulators. Officially, they've all been handed out already. But I've heard rumors that a few were left over. Surely the government still has some. Or perhaps Queen's Fee? I may not look it, but I was a hunter once. Back then I hardly gave death a thought, but now I know the truth. It's all I can think about. There has to be a way to hold on. There has to. I can't go on like this. The crippling fear of death is a bitch, dude. So they're all really... Wait, Neo-regulator equipped. You're not wearing a regulator? Don't you know the end is coming? Well, it's your life to lose. Me? I got myself one of these Neo-regulators and registered a little while ago. As soon as I did, a display showing the numbers of registered users. Right now, they're sitting at 4,168. The upper limit was 5,000, wasn't it? Seems the total shot up right after those machines malfunctions. It's only a matter of time before everyone's registered. Oh man, people are scared shitless right now. I pity those who weren't chosen. But I'm going to be an endless. I'm going to evolve, and I'll live happily ever after. I hope you come to your senses and get your hands on a Neo-regulator friend. Not your friend. I'm joking, you are, my friend. Let's see. Greetings. I remember when you visited the Queen's Feet. Come to check up on her well-being, have you? Well, I can say that things are rather stressful out here for everyone. Without knowing if or when our machinery might turn murderous, the specter of death is ever present. People are terrified, and clamor for neo-regulators has reached a fever pitch. I personally was fortunate to have claimed a new device early on. I have long since completed the registration. Death has no hold over me now. I must begin my prayers. The darkness draws closer, grows deeper. We must cast it out. What the hell is this? I must pray. Everyone's fucking terrified, dude. It's actually concerning. So what do you think? Was I right to worry? It's palpable, dude. That is exactly it. The people are overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear. With each new registration, the fear inside them grows more consistent. How long until it drives them into full-blown panic? Core, can you come to the resolution? We have a problem. I'm already here with Lamati and Alphano. Join us, Sven. We should go too. Excuse me. Oh shit, it's back up.
What's happened?
How bad is it?
Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
Death is your constant companion. Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn. Though you enjoy a life of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to claim you. Your bodies are weak. Your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they function or fail. Be you stoic or generous or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning. The choice is made without reason. The end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
The announcement began after we finished our meeting with Gossen. As for its source, well...
Alex.
There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very fear which will drive you to conquer death. Let us set a new course for mankind. Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity. Hope for it, wish for it, pray for it. We will become endless.
Pray for... Oh my fucking god. This is getting fucked up, dude.
With evolution's brilliance, will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
Change isn't easy. No one ever wants to take the first step. But this is the right path for us. What other way could there be? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
Waar, Wuklemat? You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuliolal.
Oh.
It's too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next century will turn on us?
I see.
Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, death is a foregone conclusion. No matter where we go, or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome our fate.
Easy for you to say when you have that regulator.
The Landsguard are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated. Tulishola will aid you in whatever way we can. So please, remain calm.
I want to help Alexandria. I want to save its people. But what can I do? I am not their queen.
Damn. Oh, that's a cool design she got on. Hold on. Oh, it's the bard thing. Never mind. It still looks kind of good, not gonna lie. Like, I'm a little impressed. It fits her it fits her better than me. I'm jealous. Damn. You know what? Be here. My apologies. The sign is not responding to any of our attempts to change the display or switch it off. She's got her rough now. I'm sorry I couldn't be here in time. Crowd told me everything that happened while we were away. We had the hopefuls who described the Lamati dispersed for now. We could see tempers in the crowds were starting to fray. The latest wave of attacks may not have been as widespread, but people are reaching the breaking point. We have to stop Calyx, and soon. First those deadly malfunctions. Now a citywide announcement. He has spent considerable effort recruiting his 5,000 endless. Perhaps more than necessary, even. Calyx has access to the core system, which means that if he chose to do so, he could deploy the soldiers beyond the barrier. Even if our people learn to live with death and decide to leave the dome behind, they will not be beyond his reach. Shit. Yet if he serves to allay their fears even a little, I beg you, Uklamat, please let them shelter in Tuliolal. Let's see. We will welcome any and all who want to come. We've already begun evacuations, and we'll be able to pick up the pace once the Landsguard arrive. In which case, we had better... Wait a sec, who's to say he won't attack the Landsguard then? I mean, he's got a clerk right over there. He might be hearing right now. The mood is tense. We must prepare for possible violence. If you happen to determine where Calyx is hiding, though, we'll be ready to move in a moment's notice. Surely we'll find a clue to some kind soon. He can't elude us forever. Violence and fear. This is not the future she envisioned for her nation. Worse and worse by the second, dude, I swear. Tuliolal would gladly welcome every Alexandrian with open arms. Is there even enough space for it? But what if the nation the late queen was so desperate to preserve? What if the bright haven in peace and laughter? Uklamat, I won't stand here and let her legacy be sullied any longer. Excuse me. I will protect Alexandria. That was the promise I made for her at the last, or at the end. But she betrayed you, did she not? Why do you feel this obligation? I saw myself in her. I suppose we both felt it, the people's joy as our own. Yet alone, we lacked the strength to protect them. There is so much that I love in this world. Too much for me to take in my arms, keep everyone, and keep safe. And that made me afraid. I needed someone who shared that love and fear. So together we could do what we couldn't by ourselves. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe I just wished that we could have been friends. Damn. So when she turned to me in her final hour, desperate to safeguard Alexandria's future, I swore that I would see it done. In the end, I think you both found the friend you needed. I would be yours as well, Sweet. Whenever you fall or struggle to rise, I'll come running to rescue. And you do the same for me. That's how well we'll protect the things we love. That's how we'll protect Alexandria. You're right. What if I stayed silent? I want to say, and don't forget about me. Nah, I'll just say, I'll jump into like, I am here too, what the fuck? How could we? We'd be nowhere we are without you. Right, I got a bit sidetracked there. We should probably be on our way. Do we patrol to see if Shale needs a hand? There you are! What up? Let's see. Galilja. Ah, splendid. We were afraid we'd miss you. Alize and the others said you were here. Good news, Cor. We finally found a chink in Calix's armor. We discovered laboratories on Everkeep's 10th level that once housed the Preservation Initiative. Containment Complex 1029, it's called. It's falsely registered as a distribution center. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic in decades. We don't think that this is where Calix is hiding as such, but it may contain clues that will point right to his direction. I'm sorry it took us so long to get to this point. If you're interested, what do you say we all go and check it out together? Thank you all for your hard work. That's a huge step forward. And up! We need to take the lift to get to the complex. I've cleared the expedition with the relevant authorities, and we have our people waiting to operate the said lift. Let's not keep them waiting. All the way over there, okay. Creepy as shit. Ready to head on up. Next stop, the 10th level. I see.
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's so dark I can barely see.
Just a moment. If I can reroute the power to the circuit...
You got the lights working!
Smell how stale the air is. This room hasn't been in use for many years.
It was thanks to Kryl and Galulja that we managed to locate this place.
You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City.
Ah, I see.
As it was preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort.
Oh, fuck.
So I took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author. We then began accessing the nodes for every door in Everkeep, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols. After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Galulja hadn't been around to assist me.
I took breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
Yeah, she's a beast. Doing shit. Oh my god. Oh man, do I compliment or do I joke it? You know, I'm a complimenter.
I can contribute precious little else, I'm afraid, but I appreciate your kind words. In any case, this next part will require your helping hands.
We need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calyx. We're more than happy to help, of course, but I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
It's highly likely, and personally I hope he does.
You all know the main objective. We're to pick up Calyx's trail. I've learned of a certain device that should help do just that. I'll explain how as we proceed, but according to the information I was able to dredge up, the device in question should be installed in the director's office. Okay, gotta stretch. Now as for where that might be, yes, this map matches my data. This room where were in its researchers' comments, located in the western side of the complex. The director's office to the northeast should be here. Oh, so should we cut across the circular chamber in the middle? Yes, we should, but unfortunately for us, the inferior door is locked. I got this. Grabs the swords. We'll need a security key to appropriate clearance. But again, I got my swords. Judging by its mechanism, it'll probably be a Carter's guy. Then let me cut the damn thing open. Can't you, work some electro magic? I'll try my best, but this type of lock was well before my time. It may take a while to crack it. But in case I can't go, you might want to look around and see if anyone else left a security card behind. Considering the state of the place, it does seem like they abandoned it in some haste. I shouldn't be surprised if we found one. Very well, let's get to searching, shall we? Let's see, expect we'll have the most luck looking where researchers kept their personal belongings. Yes, yes. Looking around everything. Then let me open this damn thing up. Come on. Shale damn. Fuck. Let's see. A few indecipherable notes remain pinned to this notice board, but nothing that resembles a security card. I gotta use the bathroom soon. Paperwork. No security card. Desk. Little notes, no card. There's no way there's a card in the recycling bin, right? It appears to be empty. Nothing in here? I'm not even sure where people keep their personal belongings in this day and age. Well, certainly couldn't be in this half-open desk of drawers, right? No freaking way. Let's see. Whoa, what's this? Check this shit out, guys. Oh, could that be what we're looking for? Try it on the door and see if it opens. Alright. Slap it on there. Just... It opens. You did it, Core. And a good thing, too. I was getting nowhere with that outdated circuit. I am curious, though. Why would they abandon a facility like this? It was run by a director Demetrius, or so the terminal there told me. Perhaps there are more answers to be had once we venture further inside. And let's continue onwards. The door to the director's office is across the central hub. Okay, what else if we go? I mean, what would I even do in these other things? Like, just... This isn't really one of those types of games where you just collect any chests out in the open. They barely do that in here anymore. No hidden secrets or nothing. Yeah. Now I want to play Final Fantasy IX. Let's see. Hold up security guard, but not happening. We need a different card. Scanner's demanding a level 3 security clearance to open the lock. As much as the delay chafes me, we'll just have to comb through the nearby rooms and hope we stumble upon the card we need. Time to search. We'll find a way. Oh, yeah. Anyway, time to search. Alright. I need to pee, so I'll be right back. Sorry. Alright, be right back. I'm back. So what I miss? Oh, not much. Alright, okay. My queen? What's going on here? The way this room is set up. The canister inserted into that large device looks like a soul cell. Could this be where they conducted their experiments to create Endless? That'd be messed up. But we could spend days investigating this complex. Finding a way into the director's office must take precedence. Guluja mentioned the locker over there in the corner that he couldn't open. Could you perhaps take a look? Oh man, oh that was scary. Locker door is shut. Maybe number pads just input in correct combination will open it. If yet to uncover potential combinations, perhaps speaking to comrades. Not gonna read all of this. Sorry, I just ate on something while I was using the bathroom. Interesting. Found a journal. Read it to you. The results of experiment 158 show a marked improvement. Excuse me. Show a marked improvement in ether extraction rates. They have achieved target values set by Master Calyx. Though I will become endless as per our ascendancy protocols, I will preserve this historic number along with any few remaining few effects. Preserve the number. I'm reminded of my imprisonment by the Empire. Surely this device wasn't made to hold people. That'd be terrible. The means to track down Calyx are close. I'm itching to get my hands on them. The notes here seem to be about the research they did in here. Let's take a look. Spin 148. Submitting Inference Guild 201930. 201930. Oh, it's 4-digit though. Okay, 9834. That could be it. I should probably read what else she was saying. Inefficiency produced review. Maximum value of that recorded. Comparative study to be included in report. Experience 163. Proposal produced result of 9834. Well, I have no idea what any of that means. I do. Oh, fuck. Did I read? Oh, did I ignore what she... Did I forget what she said last time? Nine, 8, 3, 4. Let's try 11509. There it is. Hello? That don't look like security. That looks like a damn, like, android. I found another security card. Sorry, I'm still working on the stuff stuck in my teeth. But that's just level 2. We needed a level 3, didn't we? Yes, but it should open more doors to explore. You did well, Cor. I tried. These preservation members led such surprisingly normal lives. Leaving notes, losing their cards. I guess I imagine they'd be more, what's the word? Bloodless? Mechanical? My parents were once part of the preservation, if you'll recall. It would seem the researchers who agreed with Calyx and his philosophy underwent the conversion to endless entities. But I assume those who could not, or would not, eventually left the organization altogether. I almost forgot. The researchers kept journals in their data tablets. The one I read doesn't explain much, but something big happened in the complex, and afterwards it was decided that everyone would become endless. The writer was actually happy about this. You could tell how much they admired Calyx and his works. The entries ended after that. But maybe you can read more in the other tablet there. Right, let's get this investigation to another room. Excuse me. Well, we have the Dawntrail lab and the maintenance facilities left to search. Both are accessed via southeast corridor. So it's back to the hub and the locked door across the way, which will hopefully yield before our new security card. I'll take the old one, if you like. I doubt we'll have any more use for it. Open that shit up right now. It opened. So where should we first go? The Dawntrail lab or the facilities? Let's start with the lab. God, it all like came in so quick and so quick. It's not good. Shale, there doesn't seem to be any power here. No, none at all. It's possible the energy supply for this room is on a separate conduit, which means there should be contingency for opening the door. Look here, there's a sign above the card scanner. In case of emergency, backup power can be rerouted from facilities. The facilities room is down by the other branch, so let's see about getting the power restored to the Dawntrail lab. Shall we? I don't like this part of the story. Maybe giving us the runaround to do all this. Engaging power supply. No good. It's returning an error. There must be preliminary procedure. According to the error law reference, if the power supply has been interrupted for an extended period of time, then we need to reconfigure both the emergency generator and the circuit control panels. Shale, that's the emergency generator over there, isn't it? Yes, and by the looks of it, it's the same model as the one used in the heritage found. But how does this send power to the other lab? Ah, I see. The energy cable attached to the base of the terminal leads down the hall, directly to the Dawntrail labs. Wait, which means we need a way to connect the generator to the cable. What about these patterns on the floor? Could this be the circuit we need to reconfigure? I believe you have the right of it. Using control panels to set into each of the tiles, we create an unbroken path for the power to follow. Let's see. Oh shoot, did I skip it accidentally? Oh man. Indeed, if you could look around for any written procedures, I'll keep digging through the terminal's directories. Might I also ask someone to operate the generator? I can do it. I've used that type of machine before. Then would you be willing to try and reconfigure the circuit path core? The rest of us can help by supplying core with whatever information might be found on the circulatory configuration. You must arrange the 4 tiles in the correct positions. This is going to be difficult. I observed a glimpse part of a warning sign behind the containers. From one I can make it a caution. Circuit will not function with duplicate patterns. Arrange each of the circuit patterns can be set at the same. Only one of each pattern. Okay. Generator doesn't seem to need any fancy settings. It's all as long as it's running, the circuit is fixed. We should have a power supply ready to go. Cool, take a look at this diagram. There's a note at the bottom of left of the power backup. Configure the 4 circuit control panels needed to interrupt. Let's see. Okay, so we found. Wait a minute. Represent the room. If the square in the top left is Shale's terminal, and the bottom right should be the generator garage I was working on. Let's make out the rest, assuming the 4 tile pattern. Bottom right is a square and the top right is half a circle. Let's try this then. Bingo! First try. It worked! We did it, Core. We all did it, Sveen. The Detour Lab should be fully powered. Well done, everyone. If I may, Shale, could we access a certain data log before moving on? I was checking the storage shelves, and one of the labels caught my eye. Preservation, the early days is the title. Of course, it'll only take a moment to bring up the contents. Let's see. It looks to be text-based account. I'll read it out. Preservation, Alexandria Institute for Technological Development. Was founded by Calyx, an 11-year-old child prodigy. Approval for establishing the organization came during Alexandria's involvement in the Storm Surge, with Calyx's designs for new defensive solutions funded in large part of the Treasury. As the conflict grew in intensity and casualties mounted, Calyx funneled Preservation's resources toward the perfection of memory storage. Research into this field continued even after the Storm Surge came to an end, with Calyx eventually electing to preserve his own memories in a virtual domain. So this account is from before he embraced his endless existence, hundreds of years ago. I met him only once, before the Storm Surge began. I was attending my father, who was then the reigning king of Alexandria. Calyx could not have been more than 10 years of age. and required constant treatment for his debilitating illness. Yet still he published theories so highly regarded that even the royal family was aware of his achievements. Life should not be lost to the injustice of death. Even now I can hear a single-minded will behind his words. So it was that when war came to our kingdom, my father was quick to commit his unwavering support to the somber youth and his proposals for preservation. Several years later, the ensuing violence brought the death of both my parents. Overwhelmed as I was by my son's succession to the throne, I suspect they spared the reports on endless research and other less urgent matters. So you had no way of knowing what kind of person Calyx was changing into. Did he change? I wonder. Perhaps he has ever been the type to value ideals over compassion, and I failed to see it at the time. Or perhaps he did change, but it's still driven by those same deeply held beliefs, that morality is cruel and unjust, and is ruled to deliver mankind from this fate. Whatever the case may be, we cannot allow him to shape our future. Let's press on, shall we? If I've done my job correctly, the door and the Dawntrail lab should be accessible now. I'll give everything a once-over just to be sure. Okay. Yeah, I hope I'm loud enough. This is a lot of talking. Jesus. Let's get started. Let's see, the energy current seems stable enough. Still, you should let me handle this one. Security card, if you please. Oh, and a quick prayer that a shorted wire doesn't burn me from the inside out. Oh, God. Alright, everybody. Please don't. Shale, please don't die. Alexandria said the war was no small part in its defense measures. Everything we read on this place sings Calyx's praises. The people who worked here must have truly idolized him. Had his own body not been fated to fail him so young, would Calyx have pursued the endless project with such fervor? Right, I'll get this door open. Don't die. There we go. Whew. Smooth as silk. Let's head inside and see what awaits. Yep. Oof. God, it's a buff. Isn't that? Isn't what? Huh? Wait, is that the cup? Or is that a replica of it? The key to interdimensional fusion? This looks to be the schematic on the modder. And they've used it to make another key? But isn't it missing the shards inside once, like the one Core has? Ah, we may have been laboring under a misconception. The key was originally the Miliala relic. Once this treasure came into its possession, preservation began working to harness the power to cross dimensions. Aside from the crystal, we can see that all the vessel's components were constructed here. So what might that tell us? The crystal itself is the key. It's just the device that may control it. Doesn't matter which one. I might have just said both. That would be the logical conclusion. Yes, it is as my parents explained. The key remains shrouded in mystery. Preservation augmented it with electro, but never grasped the technology's underlying principles. To this day, not a single person understands the mechanics of the interdimensional fusion. Not to imbue the key with its power. Not when they did so, nor why. Excuse me. Now it makes sense. Calyx can track the key because its vessel was made by preservation. I believe there is a way we may learn from this room. Wait, we may... Oh, let me rephrase... What the fuck am I doing? I believe there is much we may learn in this room. On our next visit, I will have to enlist the Y'shtola's assistance for a thorough investigation. I too am curious about a great many things, but pinning down Calyx's whereabouts is our priority. Hopefully there is a security card in here that grants access to the director's office. The research conducted in this lab appears to have been highly confidential in nature. Some of the personnel must have belonged to the organization's upper echelons, and that means higher security clearance. We should spread out and look for any cards they left behind. Remember, anything less than a level 3 is no good for us. Okay, what do we have here? No security cards. Let's see, no security cards. There it is. Did you find a card? Well, that's a stroke of luck. Let's have Shale examine it. Oh man, I have so much little energy. No, we're level 3. That should get us to the director's office. So what is it you were hoping to find in there, Shale? You were saying that a certain device was going to help us. Right, I haven't properly explained myself here. I'm looking for a data relay. After we discussed the ostensibly abandoned complex, I performed a cursory investigation which detected a connection to an outside network. When I traced the data's route, I confirmed traffic from a web of Everkeep's security cameras. Considering the way Calyx is always one step ahead of us, we must assume he's quietly seized control of the city surveillance system and has been using it to monitor our activities. I need to wash my glasses, dude. To monitor what you, as the keyholder, are planning. Since Calyx is the ultimate recipient of those transmissions, the flow of data is like a river we can follow back to him. Which is why I need the data relay. If I can analyze the device and see where it's rerouting all the surveillance traffic, then you can pinpoint his location. That said, he has done nothing to impede our progress, which makes me think that I might be on the entirely the wrong track. Maybe the reason he isn't stopping us is because he can't. Back in the old castle, Calyx said that he was measuring core strength. What can he possibly dream up that's stronger than him? Let's see. Oh, speaking of cameras, there's another thing I meant to mention. I found evidence that someone deliberately disabled the surveillance feed in this room. The most recent recording was also crudely deleted. I was able to restore the data though, if you'd like to see it. I'll start the show then. Oh!
Are you really planning to leave?
Yes. The idea of eternal life, it's begun to frighten me.
I struggle to renounce our conventional wisdom. Death is the means by which life prunes its branches, leaving the trunk to grow strong and tall. We die so that our species may flourish. What would become of mankind were we to halt that process? If unending stagnation is the fruit of our labor, then perhaps we strive for the wrong thing.
Your argument is a rejection of Master Calix's vision.
That was sinister.
I suppose it is. Perhaps such dread would not plague me, were I capable of sharing his perspective on the subject.
But I cannot. He and I are too different. In too many ways. I lack his extraordinary genius. I had no illness threatening to cut my life short, no singularity of will to cut away all distractions and focus solely upon research.
I have nothing but respect for his determination. The way he overcame his prognosis and seized the means to transcend death itself. But I'm not convinced that this obsession with living is the right path. That's why I've decided to leave preservation and put all my effort towards building a legacy for the next generation to come. Surely you...
Oh, shit! This dude is crazy.
Protocol, you understand. There can be no exceptions.
These people are evil. Oh man, sorry. Damn! She only wanted to leave, and he executed her? I checked the images against the personal data, and the man who pulled the trigger was Director Demetrius himself. Everything I could find him pointed to a deep infatuation with Master Calix. Dear God. The cameras in this room must have... Excuse me. Cameras in this room have been out of operation since the incident. Given that the recording was erased, I can only assume he was trying to conceal his grisly deed from the other researchers. I'm not surprised, given how my parents described their defection from the Institute. They spoke of rushing me through a portal, even as the preservation's agents closed. Oh shit! I dare not ask what became of them after that. But if it turns out that they were captured by their pursuers... Maybe that's how they ended up dead. Let me not say that to her. I want to believe they did, and even if they didn't, I hope they at least enjoyed what time they had as an endless. Oh, Kryl. Worry not, Sphene. Thanks to the Haven of Living Memory, I was at least able to meet my parents and learn what they stood for. Damn. It is enough for me to carry on. Even now, we don't know how the conflict unfolded between them and the Preservation, but what we do know is that your mother and father clearly expunged every last trace of their movements, and made sure no one could cross into the source or threaten their child's safety. Alright, let's press on, shall we? The tale behind the key deserves a fitting conclusion. to the director's office. Let's see. Scanning device. Silently security card. Clearance. Let's do it. It worked! Time to go. Now to find the data relay, and don't be shy everyone, speak up if anything odd catches your eye. Come with me, Core. I might have need for that security card. Just moving the mic here. I have to hold it sometimes so people can hear what I'm saying. What are these papers? Oh my god, I'm so much taller than her! Damn, you're tall! This is a report for reducing people to ether. How much energy can be harnessed? Damn, this terminal isn't connected to any outside networks, so it can't be the data relay I'm looking for. The office is also smaller than the map suggested. I'm positive we're in the right room. What am I missing? Can I ask... Sorry, Core, could I ask you or the others to search the office for any clues? What if there's a secret room? Oh, found something. A closed locker stands next to the table. Huh! It contains nothing. No! I'm sorry. Bruh. So that's what the director stood on. He was a creep. That's terrible. It's like, we're just gonna ignore that. He picked up the tablet, began skimming through the contents. The other reports. Nothing of note. Mystery of the key's activation code condition remains unsolved. Temporary interdimensional portal verified. Continue. Oh, the key triggered an explosion. I see. 13 researchers sustained fatal injuries in the explosion. Nothing of note. Rejected resignations from 2 melee arrested. Major incident, details in full report. Those 2 inept Amelia broke the preservation and absconded with the key. Though the fugitives have since been caught and eliminated, we were too late to recover the... Oh fuck, that's Cross Parents, wasn't it? The complex is to be shut down, all personnel and their bodies reduced to ether. Which we... Oh my god, this dude's crazy! Memory data will be archived, any conversions will be subject to Master Calix's discretion. If he does not deem us fit, we are not deserving of eternal life. All personnel have undergone processing. Once the shutdown protocols have been completed, I will proceed with my own corporeal dissolution. As long as the key remains in the physical world, we must keep the complex in pristine condition. Whether it be needed for experiments or otherwise, must be ready to support future operations, whatever his capacity Master Calix requires. To that end, facility equipment will be maintained in stasis mode. Okay. No, open it back up! Damn. Something strange about this wall. I could have sworn it flickered for a moment. Yeah, I knew this room could get a whole lot bigger, couldn't it? Beverage station. Ooh. I'm quite thirsty. Secret passageway. Crumpled known. Secure room lift access. Requires passwords. The terminals and the protocols to a lab in the directions. Passwords? collection of souls may have once belonged to the director. They appear to be empty. Dude, look at this shit. Oh my fucking god. Bro, y'all gotta see this. Shale, you gotta see this. I wish everybody saw that. Thank you. Misplaced note, was it? This is awful. Let's see. With instructions of accessing a secure room, no less. Seems we need to enter a password on 3 different terminals at the same time. There's no such room marked on this map, was there? No. A precautionary measure, no doubt. And if the passwords are involved, I expect the access lift to be concealed too. Concealed? By electrope, you mean? Ah, could it be that... Could it be that wall? I thought it seemed odd when I walked past. Remember when Kafkiwa used to say Shale? Oh, remember what Kafkiwa used to say, Shale? Never trust an electrope surface. Electrope isn't always what it appears to be. You can pass right through electrope? I don't think that's what it means, but I'll say that. Truly? It never had that property in my time. Ah, of course, having a little fun, I think. What we mean is electrope can project a false appearance. Let me stop. Hello. Another door. I've managed to deactivate the projection, but the lock is another story. Didn't that note lay out the password protocol? I say we go ahead and try it. Agreed. 2 people should prepare the lab terminals for input while the rest of us look for passwords here in the office. I'll take the proto lab. Then I'll take the deutero lab. Actually, it might be better if you stayed, Sven. Your knowledge of Alexandria and its people could be needed here. You're right. If the passwords are hiding behind clues, that may be something I can help with. I can help too. I've lived my whole life in Alexandria. How long have you been in Alexandria? Alright, whatever. We'll take the deutero lab. Time to move. Let's see. You have the honor of entering the office password. Once we've determined what we need to input, take your place at this terminal. I'll stand by to guide Wuklamata and Krau right through the process. You know, there was a display plate over here. The one with gems? I thought since it was made of electrope, it might have some other purpose. But I couldn't find any switches or buttons to make it do anything. Maybe you can figure it out. What about the jewel display? Appears to be another jewel to fill in. You've yet to discover enough clues to deduce passwords. here. This might be a bad idea, but no, still nothing? Alright. Oh, it's a pretty green stone. So I have to talk to people to get to that shit now? That's crazy. They say the gems were treasured so much for the past. Hey, yeah. That's cool, that's cool, that's cool. Anyway. Appears there's no more jewels. Put that in, and there's 2 others. I think it's the floor plan. Yeah, it is. Sapphire. It's the portal lab. Yes, I knew that jewel would come in handy. Let me see. We need 2 more then. Let's see. Heed the stones, it says in the special meanings. It's an old belief, I think, that each type of gem means something. I bet if you asked Sphene, she could tell you more about it. After all, even her name comes from a gemstone. Oh, maybe. Hey, don't you mean... Hey, hold on. That so does Garnet from 9. Alright, whatever. Have questions and you'd only ask. The concept of protection. Are you thinking it has to do with the passwords? Sapphire and Garnet as well, you say? Alexandria said it is a protection. And Sapphire represents honesty, and Garnet symbolizes devotion. We should try these words at the terminals to see if they're accepted. The terminals, she says. Here goes then. Oh wait, hold on. I have to speak with the others about that. Okay. Understood, Shale, but first I need to find a stool or mayhaps a sturdy box. Short people problems, dude. It's a bitch to handle. Though I wouldn't know anything about it. So I just pressed this and that one, right? Hey, this isn't so hard. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm just gonna guess. I'm just gonna guess with her. means the names of each one. Okay. Just making sure I got everything right, okay? Okay. All 3 passwords and... No. Actually, hold on a second. Protolab, Director's Office. Protolab is Sapphire. Tutor Lab is going in. Protolab is Sapphire. Tutor Lab is going in. Director's Office is Alexandria. Right? It's gonna be hard for me to get, but I can manage for the most part. Oh, what's up? Oh, fuck. Did I get it wrong? No, Protolab was Sapphire. Tour Lab was Garnet. Okay. No? Someone must have hidden the alexandrite in the puzzle. Someone must have hidden that alexandrite in the puzzle. Oh, shoot. I see. Or at least I think I see. Sorry, hold on. No? Check something real quick. Because at this rate, I'm gonna lose my head. You guys think you'd give me more on this, but that's all you gotta say, huh? Nothing else around here. This sucks. I am so lost right now. Oh, I had it wrong. I think. Maybe I did it right the first time. Just... No? Whoa, wait. Did I see that right? It was only 2 of them that time. Let me see what that was about. The teacher lab was there. Director's office there. There it is. Oh my god. I can't remember 3 things at once. Should have had notes on this beforehand. We finally fucking did it. Oof. I'm so glad this worked. The secure room is the only place we've yet to search. If the data relay is anywhere, it has to be there. We'll venture in there as soon as Wukumak and Kyle joins us.
This terminal doesn't look special to me, but this is definitely what we're after?
It is, but whether or not it will suffice for our purposes is another question.
The Endless are created using the memories of the deceased. But as memories are, in essence, collections of data, the resultant entities have no physical form. These data entities, as we might call them, have only two methods for interacting with the material world. One of these we saw in Living Memory, where the Endless are granted temporary bodies through the use of corporeal ether. They become much like solid ghosts that one can see and touch. The other method, which Kafkiwa employed, is the remote operation of a machine. But where do you suppose the Endless are to be found when not inhabiting a physical body?
The Endless are memories, and if memories are data, then...
Yes, we suspect they reside in a virtual domain, one contained entirely within an electrope-based machine. We've seen such a realm before, after all.
Oh, you mean like the Alexandria made from the Endless Fiend's memories? It all seems so real.
So this virtual domain, it would also be housed within the Meso Terminal.
But how? I thought we shut down all the terminals in Living Memory.
Not all of them.
And Kafkiwa's program performed just as she intended. The Meso Terminal itself was deactivated, as evidenced by the failure of the device which was keeping Spheen's body in stasis. Be that as it may, we face a master of electrope engineering. That he managed to partition and protect a sector harboring his own memories is well within the bounds of possibility.
Let us say that the Meso Terminal does indeed contain a second domain, and that Calyx himself resides there. This city, on the other hand, exists here in the Source. That being the case, I thought perhaps we could prevent his remote interference by closing the gate to the Golden City, and thus severing the connection between worlds.
Except I tried to close it once already when I visited Living Memory. The process required administrative authorization, a restriction I assumed at the time had been imposed by the Queen.
But now you think Calyx might be responsible.
Just as I suspected. Even now, security transmissions from throughout the Keep are being tapped by the core system and routed elsewhere. Almost every single one has you as its focus. He's keeping track of the keyholder's movements.
Creepy.
Time's up, and what a waste of time it's been.
Oh, great.
Hoping to find me by tracing security data? That will not be necessary. Through a not inconsiderable effort, I've taken your measure and prepared a force sufficient to subdue you. Come. I invite you to the upper reaches of the Meso Terminal. The storage device which holds my memories is there. Break the memory bank and victory is yours. I, in turn, will seek to wrest the key from you with any and every means at my disposal.
And if we refuse this invitation?
I will wait and continue to convert Alexandrians into Endless. Consider the urgency of the situation and make the wiser choice.
Answer me one question, Calyx. The Endless Fiend. When she was queen, you had her face an impossible task, then manipulated her into using the key when she was at her most desperate. If you can do all that, then why not whisk it away when her plans went to ruin? Why let it fall into our hands?
You pour salt in the wound. That disaster was a miscalculation on my part. As her end drew near, Sphene and her restructured memories had become one with the Terminal's control systems. In that singular place, in that singular moment, she wielded an authority greater than mine.
Oh, damn.
Thus she was able to shield you, the neighboring sovereign to whom she entrusted her nation's future, and the hero to whom she entrusted that priceless key. I am unsure to what degree she perceived my presence, but she knew that someone was watching. Does that satisfy your curiosity?
Damn.
It does. And I'm satisfied that you will take nothing more from this nation. Not one more life, not one more future, not one single smile from another child's face. You hear me? Sorry for losing my temper, but there's only one way we can deal with people like Calyx. Whatever grand future he envisions, someone will be made to pay the price. And I won't let that happen.
If I may, I realize it is not my place to say this.
Okay.
Even so, I must thank you both. On behalf of my other self, allow me to say how grateful I am to have you as our champions.
Well, that was an adventure. I know, right? It was a dungeon all on its own. It may have not been the method state I was hoping for, but at least now we know where to find Calyx and what we need to do next. Indeed, while I remain curious about the Preservation's research into the key, that is an investigation for another day. Then let's head straight to the back room. We should get everyone on the same page before we make our next move. So let's see. And that bastard Calyx, he waited until I was this close before snatching away my moment of triumph. And that infuriating, condescending way he spoke to us. We'll see whose time is up, you smug little weasel. Anyway, I know things didn't go to plan, but we learned a great deal about preservation. And knowledge could come into handy in the days to come. Though I may not be able to contribute much to a direct confrontation, I mean to see this through with all of you, whatever support I can. I think I want to stop here. Normally I'd go on for longer, but we got company coming over sooner, so I probably have to stop here since once they come over, there ain't no way in hell I can stream. Still, this was pretty nice. At any rate, I hope you guys enjoyed this part of the main scenario quest, and we'll continue next time when I get the chance. So, if you like what you see, make sure to follow us up. I also got a Twitter, Discord, you can check out whenever you want. With that said, I'll see you all next time. See you guys next. I already said that. What the fuck am I? Alright. Have a good one. Bye. Oh my god.